Okay, for number one, what you want to do is you want to identify 2 points on the graph and then step off the slope in order to find the slope using the graph. So what I'll do is I'll find a point right here, another point on the graph, which would be right here, going up 3 and over 1. So if slope is rise over run, the slope for number one, which can be indicated by the letter M, is 3 over 1, which is 3. For number 2, we may find a point right here that's on the graph. Continuing down the graph, here is another point. So we would go down 2 and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, down 2 would indicate a negative. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a slope of down 2 over 5. So the slope would be negative 2/5. For number 3, we're looking for 2 points on the graph again. Here is a point. Continuing along the graph, we might find another point right here. So we are going up 1 and over 2. So our slope, which again is rise over run, we had a rise value of 1 and a run value of 2, so our slope would be 1/2. For number 4, here's a point right here that's on the graph. Continuing on the graph until we get right here, we're going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and over 1. So again, if slope, which is the letter M, which is indicated by the variable M, is the same thing as rise over run, our slope is 9 over 1, and 9 divided by 1 is simply 9. For number 5, we find a point right here and a point right here. We're going down 1 and over 1, so that would be negative 1 and 1. Slope again is rise over run, and in this particular case it would be negative 1 is my rise because I went down 1. 1 is my run, so it would be a positive 1, and slope is negative 1. For number 6, we're looking for 2 points on the graph again. We'll find a point right here, and again it can be any point that's on the graph, and here's another point right here. So we will go up 3 and over, looks to be 5, up 3 and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, for number 6, my slope, which is rise over run, is 3 over 5, so we would have a slope of 3/5. Now, if I were given 2 points that the line goes through, for number 7, we always want to start by writing the equation for slope, which we simply subtract our y's over subtracting our x's. So slope would be negative 10 minus 5 over 8 minus 4, which is going to be negative 15 over 4. So we would have a slope of negative 15/4. For number 8, we would have we want to again begin with our equation for slope, which is y minus y over x minus x. Y minus y in this case would be 5 minus 1 over 9 minus 9. So our slope would be 5 minus 1 over 9 minus 9, which is 4 divided by 0. Now remember, you can't divide by 0. In this particular case, our slope would simply be undefined. For number 9, again, you want to start by writing the equation for slope. M equals y minus y over x minus x. That's going to be 21 minus minus 11. I'm going to put that minus from the equation of slope in there, and then the negative 11 which is going to actually change that to 21 plus 11, all over 3 minus 0. The slope for this particular equation would be 21 plus 11, which is 32, all over 3, and that would be the slope for number 9. For number 10, slope is, again, y minus y over x minus x. I would encourage you to always write that first, so that you will, the more you write that, the quicker you will commit it to memory. In this particular case, you would have negative 2 minus from the equation, and the negative 3 from the point. So negative 2 minus minus 3, all over 7 minus 6. That means this is going to be negative 2 plus 3. So that is going to be 1 over 7 minus 6 is 1. So for number 10, we will have a slope of 1. Number 11. Slope equals y minus y over x minus x. And for number 11, that would be negative 1 minus negative 1. So again, that was negative 1 minus the other y value, which is negative 1. So that's why we have the minus. It's essentially minus minus 1, which is going to turn that into negative 1 plus 1, all over 11 minus 8. So here, negative 1 plus 1 is going to give us 0 in our numerator, and 11 minus 8 is 3. So 0 divided by 3 is 0. Remember, if you have 0 in the denominator, it's undefined, but if you have 0 in the numerator, the slope is going to be 0. And also remember that a slope of 0 is a line that goes straight left and right. For number 12, m equals y minus y over x minus x. The slope here is, or the points that are substituted in for those values, is 7 minus 4 over negative 1 minus 5. The slope is 7 minus 4 is 3. Negative 1 minus 5 is negative 6. And the slope is negative 1/2. 3 over 6 reduces to 1/2. For numbers 13, 14, 15, and 16, we want to identify what kind of slopes they have: positive, negative, 0, or undefined. As a line increases as it works itself from left to right, this is obviously going up. This is going to have a positive slope. Number 14, this is a line that goes straight left and right. As we said back here in number 12, or I believe it was number 12 or number 11. Number 11, remember what we said is that any slope that has, any line that has a 0 slope is a line that goes straight left and right. So number 14 is going to have a 0 slope as well. The other way that you can remember this is that if a line goes straight left and right, remember that's the beginnings of a z, which stands for 0. 15, the line goes down as it works from left to right, so this has a negative slope. And number 16, if a line goes straight up and down, that is undefined. And also, you can tell it's undefined. A line that goes straight up and down, remember, is the beginnings of a U, which stands for undefined.